Welcome to Good Game Spawn Point, the show for gamers by gamers. I'm Hex.
And I'm Bajo.
And I am D.A.R.R.E.N.
Hey, do you guys like space?
Yes.
Affirmative.
Do you guys like adventures?
Yes.
Affirmative.
And do you like things to be relatively inexpensive?
Where appropriate.
Use money.
Well, let's all go on some affordable space adventures.
And if that wasn't exciting enough, prepare yourself for the crazy obstacle course that is Tower of Guns.
Needs more lasers. All right, Spawnlings, fire up those synapses. It's time for a D.A.R.R.E.N's challenge. Today, I'm asking you this. Which game series features enemy creatures called metalheads? Answer at the end of the show.
Oh, we haven't seen those in a while. All right, well, now it's time for some news with Goose.
Thanks guys, Goose here with all the gaming news. Well, my mum always said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But according to Splatoon, I just shouldn't say anything. Ever. As Nintendo recently confirmed their upcoming third-person painter won't allow for any online voice chat. The game's co-director Yusuke Amano said they made the decision since he didn't like the negativity he often received from other players when he played online games. Come on people, let's be nice out there. A professor at Columbia University has invented a camera that can power itself from photos it takes. The professor noticed that solar panels and digital cameras both use a component known as a photodiode to absorb light. So he developed one that could combine the light sensing ability of cameras with the power converting ability of solar panels. Such a camera could be used to lower the power consumption of phones and even act as a built-in power generator and, in theory, could take pictures forever. Think of all the selfies I could take. Oh, I could take them while I was in... Anyway, that's all the news for this week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Goose. Tower of Guns is a Twitch-based first-person shooter which is all about avoiding a rain of bullets as you ascend the Tower of Guns. You play as a young hero ascending the tower to save some captured scientists or something.
Yeah, the story is mostly irrelevant because this game's all about the chaotic gunfights. The devs have described this game as a fast-paced, randomized lunch break FPS. With random enemies, power-ups, bosses, tons of unlockable items and weapons.
Guys, I was pretty excited about this. It sounds like it's right up my alley. I love fat loots.
Loots.
Yes, but I don't think they quite delivered on that frantic, fast-paced description. We reviewed this on PS4 and the movement felt rather sluggish. It might not be like this on the PC version with a mouse and keyboard, but even so, a game should stand up on all the platforms that it's on.
It's certainly not as frantic as I thought it would be. There's lots of lulls between the action if you choose to completely clear a room and try to find secret hidden loot. But when it gets crazy, it gets crazy. Flying enemies coming at you from all sides, cannons firing at you relentlessly. It's in these moments that movement really is your friend.
Affirmative. But your real friends in the game are these delightful hug bots. Oh, a game is always better when it includes robotic companions.
Oh, they were fantastic for getting some early power-ups.
Power-ups? What do you mean?
Yeah, when they explode, they give you power-ups.
You what? Don't tell me you hurt those poor defenseless hug bots.
Darren, of course not. We would never do that.
Yeah, well, maybe a couple of times, but that was it.
Oh, you monster. No.
You can collect blue energy drops to fill your weapon's upgrade meter, but sustaining damage will drain the meter. I thought that was a pretty cool system.
Yeah, it's just a bit silly that you can't upgrade your gun past level 5, though. I mean, there is a pretty good amount of unlockable guns and perks, but I just wish there was some over-the-top achievement for getting your gun to like level 100 or something.
The game does have a few interesting and rather unique mechanics. For example, these 3D boost blocks, which send you speeding in the direction you're facing. Unfortunately, it generally seems to lead to awkwardly craning your virtual neck as you try to move from block to block.
These levels have procedurally generated elements, and that means every time you play a level, it's not going to be the same. But I found it didn't really add that much variety. It was pretty much all small rooms filled with the same enemies, and the boss fights were far too easy. Regular enemies felt much harder.
Affirmative. These boss battles would be easy for even the biggest of noobs.
Yet the game difficulty is a little bit odd. I feel like I was on a really good run with full health and a maxed out weapon, only to die suddenly. You know, I never did make it to the top of the tower.
Neither did I. Sometimes it would get just so messy, I couldn't dodge the bullets even if I wanted to. And then suddenly, it was game over. So what are you going to give it overall, Hex?
Well, I think this is a fun enough shooter that doesn't take itself too seriously, and with limited choices for spawnlings in this genre, I think it's worth a look, but I'm only going to give it 2 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, it's not very remarkable, is it? But I see it as a nice bite-sized introduction to first-person shooters. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars.
All right, you two, it's time to answer the spawnlings' questions at the spawn point desk.
Okay, first up today we have this one from Ben, who is in the Gold Coast in Queensland. Hi GGSP, could you please guide me to a game like Space Engineers for Mac? If it is possible, a free game. Thanks. PS, love your show. PPS, when I say like, I mean a similar building mechanic.
Well, Ben, probably the closest game I can think of to Space Engineers would have to be Starmaid.
Yes, its graphics are a little bit more Minecrafty compared to Space Engineers, but it's definitely got a similar building mechanic.
And it is actually free for now while it's still in development. It will cost money to get the final version, but you can check it out right now for nothing.
And yes, it is available for Mac and PC. But let's move on to this one now from Duck, who is in Doonside, New South Wales.
Hi, it is me, Lord of the Anything. I have 3 Q. If you don't answer, you will be sent to a wormhole. 1. Is there going to be a new FIFA game? 2. How many Mario games are there? 3. In Boom Beach, can you tell me some good troop combo? I have A, 11, level, HQ, and Darren is not a noob. He is a noob. Can you do this? Bajo. 5. I don't know what I'm doing. See ya!
Well, Duck, what are you doing?
I'm ducking.
No, Duck is his name.
Ah.
We did answer that first question just the other week, but in case you missed it, yes, there will be a new FIFA this year.
And Duck... As for how many Mario games there are, I think if you count all the games he's ever been in, then it comes to, well, in the hundreds.
Although, if you just mean the main series of Super Mario games, which are his major platformers, well, let me just count quickly. There's a lot.
Well, maybe we should get Darren on the phone to get the exact number. I'm going to speed dial him. You ready?
Yeah. Whoa, that was fast.
Thanks.
Hello, Bajo.
Whoa! What's all that noise, Darren?
I'll just put the rocket thrusters there. What?
Darren, stop banging about for a minute. We need your help.
What? Oh, I'll just stop banging around so I can hear you. That's better. So what can I help you with today, Bajo?
Well, we were just wondering how many Super Mario games there were.
Depends on how you count them, but I'd say 17. There's Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, Super Mario Brothers 2...
Oh, all right, you don't have to name them all, Darren. We believe you.
Oh, very well. But I should note that I have not counted Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, since you play as Yoshi rather than Mario, and likewise I've excluded Wario Land Super Mario Land 3 because you play as Wario. Also, in my opinion, remakes such as Super Mario 64 DS and Super Mario All-Stars don't count.
Right. Okay, well, there you go, Duck. 17. And thank you, Darren. You can get back to whatever it is you're building over there.
Oh, will do, Bajo. Goodbye.
What do you think he's building, Hex?
I honestly have no idea. Probably just some giant laser or something. I'm sure we'll find out soon.
Yeah, he's always up to mischief. Well, anyway, as for good Boom Beach troop combos, our personal favourite is an army of just tanks and medics.
Yeah, once you take out all of a base's boom cannons, there's not much that can take a tank down, especially when you have medics constantly healing them.
fun. Although, at your level, you don't have medics and won't get them until level 15. So just keep that one in mind for later. But a good tactic at your level is to mix some high health troops like tanks and heavies with Zookas.
Yeah, and the tanks and heavies will soak up most of the damage, while the Zookas can just sit back and do heaps of damage.
Yeah. A full army of warriors can also be a good option. Just load up with warriors and rush for the headquarters. It's especially effective once you get smoke bombs. Just cover their advance with smoke and then use shock bombs to freeze as many defenses as you can, and their headquarters will be destroyed in no time.
But let's move on to this one from Doge King of all Shiba Inus, who is in Wollongong, New South Wales.
The Doge King, such king Hex.
Such wow.
You know that Inu actually means dog in Japanese.
Yes, well, because Shiba is the breed of dog, so Shiba Inu is the Doge dog.
That makes sense.
Let's put a picture up of the Doge dog now.
Such Doge.
Such wow.
Much Doge.
Beautiful. Hi GGSP, I have a couple of questions. 1, is there a better name for Star Fox Wii U, or hasn't it been confirmed yet? Because there is a rumour it is going to be called Star Fox Horizons. 2, is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS going to be getting more DLC? Please answer, bye! Bajo, do these!
Well, Doge King, at the moment, the new Star Fox is simply called Star Fox. But that's just a working title, so it will probably get a different name. Although we're pretty sure it won't be Star Fox Horizons. That whole Horizons thing was just a hoax.
And yes, Super Smash will be getting loads more DLC, it seems. We know both Mewtwo and Lucas will be the first new characters available.
And I've heard some people have managed to dig into the game's code and found hints at possible future characters, like Street Fighter's Ryu, and a new stage possibly based on Kirby.
Although all of that is of course just a rumour until Nintendo confirms it. But we know more DLC is on the way, as there's a ballot open where you can vote for what characters you'd like them to add into the game.
Yes, and that doesn't close until October, so we'd have to assume they'll be making new characters based on those votes for a while after that. Which character would you like to see in Smash Bros. Hex?
Oh, how about Shell from Portal? She could have some cool portal gun attacks. Oh, and then Peabody and Atlas could totally jump in to help out.
Oh, that would be brilliant. Nice suggestion. I think they should have Steve from Minecraft. He would be awesome. He could build people in a cabin and then blow it up with TNT.
Yeah, or maybe he could summon creepers. Or even Herobrine.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, fully. Anyway, let's move on to this one from Chad in Launceston, Tasmania.
Isn't it funny how sick means something's awesome, but really sick is bad?
When I was a lass,
Yeah.
sick meant, ew, gross, that's
Yeah.
sick. Like if it was really disgusting. Like if
Yeah.
someone had a gross like scab on their knee, you'd be like, sick.
I'm not up with fully sick. When I was a lad, it was just sick. And now it's fully sick. It's a little bit too much sick, really.
Yeah.
You can have too much sick. I like half sick. That's what I say. I'm going to have a half sick day today. Good game. Do you now when Guitar Hero is coming back on Xbox 360? Please answer me. PSS, Mars Explorer is awesome. Well, Chad, we have good news because there's going to be a new Guitar Hero coming out to pretty much all consoles later this year.
That's right, they're bringing it back. It's been gone for a while now, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. The last one came out 5 years ago.
Well, it was due for a comeback for sure, but they're changing things up a bit with a new guitar controller that has 2 rows of 3 buttons on the neck rather than the traditional 5.
Which means I'll have to get a whole new guitar. I already have like 5 plastic ones lying around, Hex. I'm not sure I want another one cluttering up my room.
Yeah, that is annoying, but you can't blame them for trying something new. Also, there's going to be a new rock band this year too, and they're apparently trying to make it so that all your old instruments will work with that. So those old guitars aren't entirely useless.
Right, okay. Well, it's Battle of the Music Games all over again. Hex, that's so 2009.
Yeah, but the new rock band is only coming to next-gen consoles though, so if you're still on your PS3 or 360, then really it's not an option. But anyway, that's all the time we have for this week, and if you'd like to ask us a question, then you can go here and send it in.
Shall we go back to the studio, Hex?
Yeah. Okay, it's time for our review of Affordable Space Adventures. Wait a minute, where's Darren?
I don't know. Where did you see him last? Is he down the back of your chair?
Here in my ship, I feel safest of all.
What's this, Darren?
Behold! I present you with Darren's Discount Detours! I figured since we were reviewing affordable space adventures, I'd do my own personal space tour. Now hop in, you two!
Darren, that looks super dodgy. Are you sure that could go into space?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Hop in, hop in!
Darren, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, let's go exploring! Blast off! Up we go! Oh, the majesty of the cosmos!
Oh, look, there's Saturn.
You guys, this space is looking a bit cheap.
Things haven't been the same since deregulation. Welcome! My name is Darren, and I'll be your guide today.
Wait, Darren, this is just the office with a few lame foil stars hanging around the place.
Yeah, Darren, this isn't space.
Please save your questions for the end. Any questions?
Oh, okay. Well, what's the story with this game?
Well, we've signed up to the affordable space exploration experience provided by the You Explore Corporation. They've taken care of all the tricky space travel stuff and kindly provided us with a planet to explore known as Spectaculon,
Ooh.
as well as a little spaceship known as the Small Craft. But we seem to have crash-landed, and it doesn't look at all like the brochure.
Darren, the small craft isn't a very inspiring name for a ship, is it?
No more questions. Now it looks like I will need your help. Please reach for your Darren certified tour assistance devices.
Nope. Oh, okay. Darren, these are just Wiimotes.
No questions. So, I'm the captain, Hex, you're the pilot, and Bajo, you are the science officer. So, using the gamepad, I'll control all the ship's various systems. Hex, you have full control over where the ship goes, and Bajo, you can scan objects and shoot the flare. Okay, everyone know what they're doing?
I think so.
Oh, excellent. Engines engaged. Throttle up. Now, full speed ahead, helmsman.
All right, Skipper, I guess we go this way. Oh, what just happened?
Science Officer Bajo, scan that artifact.
Okay.
By scanning it, we can see what will trigger its defenses. It may be sensitive to heat, sound, or electricity, so we'll need to figure out what systems we can use to bypass it without getting detected.
Aye, aye, Captain. Scanning the artifact.
Good job, good job. So if I just set our throttle to low and turn off our decelerator, we should be able to drift by undetected. Okay, systems adjusted. Now ease us forward, Hex.
Oh, this is cool. It's basically like a little puzzle game, isn't it? You just have to figure out which systems you need to juggle to get past those artifacts.
Affirmative, Hex. Now that you two know the basics, are you two ready for some adventures?
Let's do it.
It's quite a dark and gloomy world, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of pretty in a way, and I like that there's no music whatsoever, so it feels really lonely.
I don't know. I would have liked some space tunes.
Well, I can sing if you'd like.
Actually, Hex, I think it's great that there's no music at all. No one needs to sing.
Here on my ship, I feel safest of all.
Oh, what do we do here, guys?
Well, I think if I engage sliding gears and turn off our engines, Bajo can fire the flare as we go over the jump.
All right, I'll give it a go. I got it! Oh, you really need to nail the timing in these puzzles.
Yeah, there's a lot of coordinating.
Affirmative. But we make a great team, don't we? Onwards, helmsman Hex. Do-do-do-do. In ships.
It's a dead end. I guess we should go back. Oh, what's that thing?
Oh, I don't know, but it doesn't look friendly. Disengaging all systems. Hopefully it won't notice us.
Oh, yeah, look, he's going right past us. And he opened the door. Good thinking, Darren. You really need to think on your feet with this game.
Okay, well, we clearly need this box, so I'll engage the sticky landing gears and pick it up.
Okay, I think we need to take that up there.
Oh, and then that can go there and this down here. And oh, I can shoot the flare to hit the switch.
Oh, we did it! Oh, that's good. Oh my, this area's far too hot for us to pass through.
And this area here seems really cold.
Of course! If we let ourselves cool down, we can close our heating vents and trap the cool air, giving us valuable extra seconds to survive the heat.
You know, some of these puzzles are actually really clever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great when a game makes you feel smart for figuring out the solution. Well, that's about all the adventuring I can take for today, guys. Darren, do you really need 3 people to play this game?
Negative. You can also play it solo or with just 2 players.
Oh, so we didn't even need to do all that coordinating. This would have been much easier if I was just playing on my own.
Perhaps, but working with friends is half the fun.
You gotta admit it is a pretty unique co-op experience. We really had to communicate and work together to make it through. Plus, it was satisfying working together to solve all those little puzzles and find the right systems to use.
Yeah, true. And guys, I have to give the developers credit because using the Wii U gamepad to control all of the ship's systems is probably the best use of the gamepad I've ever seen. Well, we should probably wrap this up. What are you going to give it, Hex?
Well, I had a lot of fun in our affordable space adventure, guys. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 as well. But Darren, next time, can I please be captain?
No questions. Now, get back in the ship. Pick it up.
Ah, yeah.
And I'll take us back to the studio. Prepare for liftoff! Off we go!
Oh, space is just so majestic. Even budget space. Darren, can I see from the front? Can I drive? Excuse me, Darren.
Oh, all right. There you go. No, careful.
The
No.
spaceship really isn't big enough for...
Oh no, we're going too close to that black hole, Bajo. No, what are you doing?
I don't know.
No, that's completely wrong.
There's no steering wheel.
Oh, we're crashing back to Earth.
Well, Darren, I'm glad your affordable spaceship held up through the trip back.
Yes, but as it's almost the end of the show, it's time for the answer to your challenge.
Affirmative, Hex. At the start of the show, I asked you this. Which game series features enemy creatures called metalheads? And the answer is the Jak and Daxter series.
I wonder if we'll ever get a Jak and Daxter 4.
Well, it's hard to foresee the future, Bajo. Well, except for next week, that is, because we're going to be reviewing the carbalicious I Am Bread.
You know what, Darren? I'm quite impressed by your affordable spaceship, but I think the Spawnlings might be able to do better.
The Spawnlings don't have nearly the same level of technical knowledge as an engineer of the highest robotic order. That's me, by the way.
Well, hang on a second, Darren. I'm sure the Spawnlings would be able to make an amazing spaceship just like this.
Yes, I agree, Hex. In fact, we challenge you to make your own affordable spaceship.
Yes, it's a great idea.
All right. But they must, like me, build it out of recycled materials and have not spent a single cent of real money.
Right.
And when you're done, send a photo of you and your spaceship to us at this address here.
Make sure you have your grown-ups' permission to do so, and please include your name, your age, and your grown-ups' contact details.
For more information, you can go to our website.
And we can't wait to see what you come up with. The best ones will be featured on the show.
Until next time, may all your games be good ones. Hex out.
Bajo out.
Darren out.
What'd you make your spaceship out of?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to construct it in the shape of my face and call it a face ship.
Really? I think I'd use cereal boxes and kitchen sponges. So then it would be really absorbent.
Yeah, all right. Okay, for accidents.
In case it rains.
Yeah, oh, okay, in space.
Space rain.
Space rain.
It's a thing.
Darren, does space rain exist?
Affirmative. It is a terrible force of nature.